Hey, it's Andy from the Adobe Express product team here. Two very important social media updates for you this week. Firstly, if we click into schedule, you'll now notice this is now called personal calendar. The reasons for this will become very clear in just a moment. But anyway, what I want to show you first is in filters, we've got this events toggle, which is your calendar events that gives you inspiration related to national events that are specific to your location. So like World Mental Health Day with some inspiration and some templates to guide your creation and kind of ignite your creativity here. But also we've now added post suggestions, which are very simple text-based prompts to give you ideas for the types of social content you could create. We all know coming up with social content from scratch is really hard. We've actually added the inspiration here for you. So you're never greeted with a blank calendar. We're always giving you suggestions, whether it's those national days or whether it's simple post suggestions. The idea here is to kind of ignite your imagination and inspiration to help you create the best possible social content. We're going to be doing a lot more related to inspiration, but hopefully this simple starter and post suggestions gives you a really good boost for your inspiration. Really excited to see how you use it and let us know your feedback on that. Now, secondly, let's get into the even more important one. If we go into projects, and if you're not familiar with projects already, they're a great place to organize your files, folders, brands, libraries, and share them with a group of individuals and define permissions. So here, if we're creating a new project, so a good example would be if you're working with a client and you want to share some templates, brands, and some libraries. Here we can invite people. I'll skip that for now. Here we've got our brand new project, a great place to store all of the things we want to share with specific people. But the very important update here is now you can create a calendar. So now we can add a calendar to these projects, which means that you now have access to shared calendars. Adding a calendar to a project means inherently it gets shared with whomever you've given access to within that project. There's a couple of other really important benefits I'm going to share with you in a second. So here we can very clearly see we're in our client calendar. We can choose to share it with whomever we please. We've got our own managed connections here. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect a LinkedIn page here. So let me just log in very quickly. So you'll all be familiar with the connection process. Works exactly as it usually does. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect that page here. Perfect. All right, so now we've connected that, we could go ahead and connect up to 3 of each of those channels within our shared calendar, and we can start creating. Fantastic to ensure that we've now got a shared calendar. Just as a note, however, that the personal calendar on the left-hand side remains consistent. We'll also be adding something to improve navigation between your personal calendar and your shared calendars, but that will be coming in a very, very, very soon release. All right, back to your stuff. We're going to go back to projects. Just as a bit of a reminder here, if we've already got a project here, like we've got this social selling team one, which I think is a really good use case for this. This social selling team here is where we share files and libraries and post templates to allow other members of the team to share Adobe Express updates on their own social channels. A great place to collect all of that content and now share it directly on social. So again, press create. Now we're in the project, create a calendar. And then here we go. We've now created that new calendar. We can see who it's shared with, and we can just go ahead again, manage connections. And here we could be connecting multiple team members, LinkedIn personal profiles, for example. So here I'll just actually follow that same process. I'll connect my own personal profile. What a great way to collect things that a whole team wants to share and be able to share them directly. So not only can we all see them, they can be published to multiple people's personal profiles too. So I think that's going to be super powerful. So again, back into projects. So we can now see that we've got these calendars now added into these specific projects. All right, so to show you how that works directly within the editor, however, so let's say we're working on this particular Instagram story and we want to choose where we want to share it to. This is how it works. Now we've added those shared calendars in projects. When we press share, we can press schedule post. And at the point of scheduling a post, we now have the opportunity from our personal calendar to share it here. Let's just say I'll post it to my personal calendar. I'm also going to share it to my client's calendar here and also the social selling team one. So what you can now see is that we can work across multiple different calendars and schedule across multiple calendars too. So we've got a whole host of flexibility. This also, the nice side effect here is that not only does this update allow us to share calendars, as we've just seen. It allows us to work across multiple calendars too. Right now it's limited to having 3 shared calendars, but we'll be adding more very soon. And also what it allows you to do is start to have a bit more flexibility. Let's say that you want to publish to more than 3 social channels or 3 accounts on one particular channel, which has been a request. So what you could do for that, you could work around that by having multiple projects if you wanted to. So as you can see, we can start to really increase the number of social channels that we can publish to at any one time by working across these multiple different projects. So lots of nice side effects that happen as a result of how we've added these shared calendars in projects. That's it. That's your update for this week. And I will see you very soon. I really hope you find these useful and let us know any feedback. Take care. Bye-bye.